Pretty much all of this violence is stuff that comes out of people trying to help each other, you know, and it's you know, almost nothing is being done against someone's will. You know, I mean, there's this stuff that happens in the story, and it's, you know, it's like, okay, we need to do this.
Cut some off.
And, you know, do you want us to do this? Yes, I want you to do this.
Cut some off.
You know, it's sort of these decisions that get made that just constantly send these characters, you know, deeper and deeper into, you know, a bad place.
There was much debate whether to go practical or visual effects when it came to the prosthetic work. And there's a little bit of a mix of it on this, but really for the most part, Carter really wanted it to feel visceral and to feel scary, and really wanted to go practical when absolutely ever possible. We have this incredible special effects prosthetic artist that is local to Australia by the name of Jason Baird. Nasty, 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 and you could tell he just loves his job.
We went and got, you know, real lumps of raw meat and just, you know, watched how they moved and sagged and hit the ground. And then we've got to use, you know, we start using all the chemicals and silicons and foams that we have, and mix and match and try and get them to mimic real life.
The classic was Jason came to show the legs to us at set, and they were in the back of his trunk. So he'd open up his trunk, and there'd be 2 bloody stumps of legs in the back of his car. So I guess that's the way Jason rolls.
The prosthetics are incredibly gory, incredibly violent, incredibly real. This isn't lit with a candle or a shadows covering. I mean, you see every single aspect of these prosthetics, of these operations, of these, you know, everything that we do. And it's in broad daylight, which almost makes it even creepier, you know?
I mean, we photographed it, and I saw some cut pieces of the film, and there are scenes I just can't watch. I mean, I cannot watch the screen.
I literally have to go in there and pull vines off of these ropey, meaty, gelatinous bone material that's pumping blood, that smells like you've never smelled anything before.
Oh God, I don't wanna, oh, it's so gross, oh God.
It's like, you know, I mean, that's the type of thing, it's like if I had to do that CG, like I'd be like, you know, I'd really have to like dig deep somewhere to find something, and you know, I'd have to watch films of like lamb slaughter and you know, all these weird things. But you know, on this film, on the ruins, I just show up.
Jeff, get your ass out here! We got some meat for the barbecue tonight, all right.
Stacy, the vines get inside her through her various cuts, and she eventually, you know, loses her mind and has to, you know, they start cutting the bits and pieces out of her. So we had puppet legs for her left leg, which Jeff goes in and cuts out the vine out of her leg. And then he flips her over and cuts a huge piece of vine out of her back. The director really wanted us to, like, in one shot, cut and remove the vine from her leg and back. And it was like, well, normally, guys, you'd have a cut in there, you'd cut to reactions and cut back, and you'd have one for the cut, one set up just to cut the, you know, to pull the vine out. And so they wanted it all in one hit. So we had to develop these legs and back pieces that you could literally cut, it would bleed properly, and you'd go inside and dig in there and remove a piece of vine out. And so we spent a couple of months testing that stuff, and it really looked good.
It helped so much when I had like all these prosthetics when I was cutting myself, and they had me on like tubes, like 3 different tubes attached to me all day with blood just pumping for each take. And for me, of course, it was so wonderful to have that there to react to as I'm like digging in my thigh, and like they allowed me to, like they put a little hole in there so I could like really dig in there. That was totally helpful.
Stacy, come on.
Torch me!
I shouldn't pick my nose so much.
Look what happened.
Dimitri's death, when they blow his head off, it's going to be a lot of CGI, but they put actual pieces on his face and his head blown out. So when they turn it around on us and he's there with that, it's so much more of a reaction than if it's nothing there at all.
All the prosthetics in the sun that was a treat.
I just, you stay still, you get an itch. I had a mosquito bite me there, which obviously is a really wimpy thing to say, but in the middle of a shot, you're sort of